Hello, I've been building a quarry wall for the back of my um, Tunstead quarry. I've been making it out of foam block and painting it. You can see the blocks there, and it's glued together and then rendered with a selection of very fine Faro and ball grey paints. I wanted to get the blasting levels in, and you'll see why in a moment. So that was why the blocks were of a suitable height and thickness. It all worked quite well together. And then I've left it with a covering of ready mixed plaster, which I allowed to dry for a week or so. As you can see, quarrying is done by carving now. It's very accurate. I saw this YouTube video which Justin Noble had referenced in his newsletter in the Railway Modellers Club, which was very timely. I was just about to do it. It references YouTube from Boomer, who's in British Columbia somewhere. It was very timely. All about little and often. He's using acrylics, I use acrylics, and it's painting wet, and it gets your base laying into line and layer into all sorts of nooks and crannies, and you can take stuff off as well. Ignore the white shiny bits, that's because it's wet. I left a bit of a cave there which occurred quite by accident at a joint, but that will make some interest. This is really just the back scene behind the quarry buildings which I put in. It's one of these things like Topsy, they just grow and grow. Boomer's advice is to use very little and then take a lot off. And the wet is just brilliant at just running it in. There are some close-ups later on, you'll see. But it really highlights the features of the face. So you've got there's some wet on there, but there wasn't very much, so you can just add some more on. And everything just softens. The edges disappear and then you can mark them. This is probably the fourth time that I'd been over the surface, allowing it all to dry and settle first. So it's taken me something like a week to get to this stage. And then there'll be lots of room for other things to add at the top. I like to mix. There's none of the colours I've got are the right colours, so I always like to mix and just gently add tiny little touches. The mad thing is though that this is never actually going to really be seen because it's right at the back of the Sutton Bank side of the layout. But I'll know it's there, and I know you guys will all know it's there as well. Never mind the first rule, if you can't see it, don't paint it. You can see it takes a little while just for the paints to run. Always adding little highlights. I think it's knowing when to stop, which is the real secret. You see how that's spread onto the wet. The green there is what's, by the time it's all dry, I will be adding some little blobs of paint and some grasses just to show that this is around the quarry building, so it's clearly not an active surface. It's not been blasted for many years. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. That's what it looks like from a distance. This is based on an ICI quarry from years ago in Buxton in the White Peak. So it's a limestone quarry. And this is what it looks like when you've done all the different layers and built it. I think it's quite effective. At the top there you can just see the edge of a grassy surface, which quarries are in grassy fields, really. And at the bottom, just a little bit down. This is where it's going to go. Actually, when you go at the back of there, there did used to be a bridge there, but I've taken it out. You can see that bright yellow surface there. I've added lots of trees. These are cheap and nasty trees from the People's Republic of China, I'm afraid, guys. And I've painted them white. Limestone quarries are really dusty. And this is what the finished product will look like when it's taken away from here. Limestone itself in quarries ages very quickly, and it's dirty, so it's very rarely white. As you can see, I've put the wall in place, and this is where some more trees have gone to fill the gap in by where the bridge was. Buildings will go in here. I'll wrap that post in rock face, and we'll slowly get it all fettled away. So the other side of view of it, where the bridge was. That's really about it. There will be more. Thanks for watching.